Next, properties of triangles, third part. So, first one is pedal triangle. So, what is a pedal triangle of a given triangle? Suppose ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle. And suppose if you take the altitudes from the altitude is a line passing through the vertex A to the side of B. So, feet of altitudes. C, E, F. So this is one altitude and this is another one. So point of intersection of altitudes is nothing but H ortho center. So the triangle DEF is called a pedal triangle of the triangle ABC. So what is the pedal triangle? Pedal triangle is a triangle is formed by feet of altitudes on the sides of the triangle. So here a triangle DEF is called pedal triangle of triangle ABC. For triangle ABC, we are taking altitudes AD, BE, and CF. So then the feet of altitudes DE upon a triangle that is called pedal triangle of triangle ABC. Now we have to find the sides of the triangle DEF and what are the angles, area, and circumradius. We find one by one. So first, what are the angles? So what is angle DEF, FDE, and DFE? So in triangle AFD already we know. HDE. HDE. So first of all, this is 90 degrees. This is also 90. You consider H, D, this is H, D, C, E. HD is 90 degrees because altitude is perpendicular to the side BC. Next, similarly, HEC also 90 degrees. So HDCE form a cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral we know. Sum of opposite angles are same, and if you consider a circumference, so they lie on a circle. Sum of two angles is 180, so other two also 180, so it is a cyclic quadrilateral. So there exists one circle passing through these four vertices HD, BC. Now HE is a chord in the circle, and HDE and HCE both are angles in the same segment, so both are equal. HDE is equals to angle HCE. For this chord, HDE and HCE angle are same, but HCE we know HCE angle is this is 90, so remaining angle is 90 minus A. So 90 minus A. Similarly, if you consider angle HDF, by considering left side HDBE, PF, those are also same cyclic quadrilateral. So if you find HDF, HDF is nothing but angle HDF. So this is also 90 minus A. This is A, so remaining angle HD 90 minus A. So what is angle HD, EFD, EDF or FDE? So therefore angle FDE equals to 90 minus A plus is 180. So 5 minus 2a. So what are the angles? The angles of the parallel triangle are 5 minus 2a, 5 minus 2b, 5 minus 2c. So these are the angles of a parallel triangle, DEF. Next, we find the sides. This is 90 minus a. This is also 19 minus a. So now we have to find the side DE or EF or FD. So you consider triangle AFC. In triangle AFC, by using this we find EF. In triangle AFC, first we consider a triangle AF. This is right angle triangle. So this is the angle A. So cos A. Cos A equals to adjacent side AF by AC. So from this AF equals to B cos A. Next, similarly, if you find AE also you will get a C cos A. If you consider the next altitude PE and this angle A, you will get AE equals to C cos A because this is the C. So AF is B cos A, AE is C cos A. Now we have to find EF. So same in triangle AFC, you consider cosine rule. By cosine rule, EF square equals to adjacent sides AF square plus AE square minus 2 into AF AE into cos of included angle. Included angle is A. So cos A. EF opposite angle A. So AF square, B square cos square A, E square cos square A minus 2 AF B cos A, AE C cos A into cos A. So from this whole you can take cos square A common, remaining B square plus C square minus 2BC. Here you will get one more cos A. So cos square A common. From the cosine rule, B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A is A square cos square A. This is EF square. So what is EF? A cos A. Or you can write 2R sin A cos A. So R into 2 sin A cos A is sin 2A. So this is also formula, or this is also formula to find the sides. So what are the sides of parallel triangle? A cos A, B cos B, C cos C. Or you can write R sin 2A, R sin 2B, R sin 2C. So these are the sides of the parallel triangle. Angles we have seen are 180 minus 2A, 180 minus 2B, 180 minus 2C. Next, what is the circle? These are the sides. Now, what is the circumradius? Circumradius of the parallel triangle. Suppose if you denote with R dash, by sine rule, 2R dash equals to, in sine rule we know A by sine A equals to 2R. So here A is one side. One side if you take A cos A cos A. opposite to sine angle. A cos A opposite EF. EF angle opposite to this is 180 minus 2A. Already we know the angles of triangle DEF. DEF. Sides EF is A cos A. ED. This is opposite to B. So B cos B. And this is C cos C. Sides and angles. We find already 180 minus 2A. 180 minus 2B. 180 minus 2C. So to find the circumradius, we denote with R dash. A by sin A equals to 12. We are applying sine rule. So 2R dash equals to A cos A. A cos A or R sin 2A you can write. In and the sin 180 minus 2A is sin 2A. A cos A is nothing but R sin 2A. Discussed already. So this is equals to R. R is circumradius of the triangle ABC. So R dash equals to R by 2. So circumradius of spiral triangle is equals to 1 by 2 times circumradius of triangle ABC. So this is the property. Half of the suppose pedal triangle, if you consider half of the what is the pedal triangle corresponding to triangle ABC. So in that we will get a half. Next we find the area of the triangle ABC, DEF. Next area of the pedal triangle. Suppose if you denote with area delta dash. And to find the area of the triangle, half into AB sin C. Use this formula, half AB sin C means half into two sides product you have to take. So you take A cos A and B cos B I am taking. So sine of the included angle. Included angle is pi minus 2B. Or you can write better you take R sin 2A. This is also R sin 2B and sin 180 minus 2B. So R into R square. R square sin 2A sin 2B. Sin 180 minus 2B also sin, this is sin B cos B, R sin 2B, R sin. We are taking A cos A, B cos B. These two sides, A cos B cos B. So this angle is pi minus 2C. I think we are written in the wrong way. This is B. So sin 2B, sin pi minus 2C. So sin 2A, sin 2B, sin 2C by 2. R square by 2 into sin 2A, sin 2B, sin 2C. So this is the formula to find the area of the pedal triangle. Or you can use ABC by 4R also. ABC by 4R. Delta dash equal to ABC means R sin 2A, R sin 2B, R sin 2C. This is ABC by 4 into R. 4 into R already we know radius is R by 2. So 4R by 2. So this is equals to 1 R will cancel, 2 will cancel. So it is equals to R square by 2 into same you get sin 2A, sin 2B, sin 2C. So this is the area of the pedal triangle. So these are the angles 180 minus 2A, 180 minus 2B, 180 minus 2C, and circumradius R by 2. Sides A cos A, B cos B, C cos C, or R sin 2A, R sin 2B, R sin 2C. Next, the area of the pedal triangle is R square by 2 into sin 2A, sin 2B, sin 2C. This is about the pedal triangle. Next, one more we have excentral triangle. Triangle I1, I2, I3. Triangle formed by the excenters is nothing but excentral triangle. So suppose if you take A, B, C triangle, we will get excenters opposite to A, I1, excenter opposite to B, I2, excenter opposite to B, I3. So the triangle. So this is called the excentral triangle. I1, I2, I3. Now we have to find the same sides, angles, and area. So this is internal angular bisector. This is also internal angular bisector. This is also internal angular bisector, and this is nothing but in center I. Now, what are the angles of I1, I2, I3? Eccentric angle. So to find this, first we consider triangle ABC, and this angle is A by 2. Okay, this is B by 2. External angle total 180 minus B by bisecting 90 minus B by 2. This is also 90 minus B by 2. Now, what is the triangle angle B I1 B I B I1? First angle is B by 2. Next one is 90 minus B by 2. So total it is 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. Angle B I B I1. Next, we have to consider IB AB I1 triangle. So this is B plus C by 2, and this is angle same. This is 90 degrees. Similarly, you will get this side angle I1CI. I1CI. This is also 90 degrees. So angles BI1IC. So the vertices BICI1 form a cyclic coordinate. Because to sum of this is angle 90 and this is also same angle 90 degrees. C by 2, 90 minus C by 2. So this is 90 minus C by 2 and this is C by 2. So this is also angle 90. So it is form a cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral means that there exists one circle passing through these four vertices. And if you consider angle BI as a chord, same angle BI1I is nothing but angle BCI. Angle BCI we know that is C by 2. So this angle is also C by 2. Similarly, we will get this angle is B by 2. So C by 2, B by 2. Similarly, this one you will get A by 2 and this is C by 2. And similarly, you will get this is B by 2 and this is A by 2. So what are the angles of excentral triangles? Angles equals to B plus C by 2 or 90 minus A by 2, 90 minus B by 2, 90 minus C by 2. So the angles of excentral triangle 90 minus A by 2, 90 minus B by 2, 90 minus C by 2. Now we find the sides. So to find the sides, we have to find I1, I2. So now you consider angle I1, I2. I1, I2, middle I1, I2. So it is equals to I1, I2. This is B by 2, this is A by 2. So remaining angle is 180 minus of B by 2 plus A by 2. Or 180 minus B by 2 plus A by 2 is 90 minus C by 2. So answer is 90 plus C by 2. So the angle B, I1, I2 is 90 plus C by 2. To triangle, you consider I1, I2. We know this angle 90 plus C by 2 that now. And I1, I2. I1, I2 is B by 2. And this is A by 2. So now we are to find I1, I2. I am applying by sine rule. By sine rule in this triangle I1, I2. So side I1, I2 we have to find. So sine of opposite angle 90 plus C by 2. So it is equals to, and I1 you consider I1 by opposite angle I1 means sine A by 2. So from this we have to find I1 and first we have to find I1. So to this to find the distance from in-center and x-center, in-center and x-center. Consider in triangle BIN. What we have triangle ABC. ABC. So this is internal angular bisector and this is external angular bisector. This is opposite. A is I1 and this is I. So this angle is 90 degrees. So this is C by 2. This is B by 2. So now we consider in triangle BII1. In triangle BII1. BII1, this is 90 degrees. So sine C by 2 you consider. Sine C by 2. So for C by 2, opposite side is BI. BI. By hypotenuse is II1. So what is II1? II1 equals to BI into cosecant C by 2. But we know the distance from in-center to vertices. R cosecant A by 2, R cosecant B by 2, R cosecant C by 2. So from text B, R cosecant B by 2. So cosecant C by 2. So this is distance from II1. Similarly, I can find II2 is R cosecant A by 2, cosecant C by 2. II3, R cosecant A by 2, cosecant B by 2. These are the distance from in-center to the x-centers. Now from the last one, I1, I2 by, so we have sine 90 plus C by 2, sine 90 plus C by 2, it is equals to II1, what we get here now, R cosecant B by 2, cosecant C by 2 by sine A by 2. So from this I1, I2, I1, I2 equals to R into 1 by sine A by 2 is cosecant A by 2, cosecant A by 2, cosecant B by 2, cosecant C by 2 into sine 90 plus C by 2 is cos C by 2. But from R we know 4R sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2. R value we know 4R sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2. So into cosecant A by 2, cosecant B by 2, cosecant C by 2 will cancel. So at last we have 4R cos C by 2. So this is x centers sides. I1, I2 is 4R cos C by 2. Similarly, you will get remaining 2, I2, I3. 2 and 3 means 4r cos A by 2. So next I1, I3. 4r cos B by 2. So these are the sides of the excentral triangle. These are the sides of the excentral triangle. Next angles we find 90 minus A by 2, 90 minus B by 2, 90 minus C by 2. Angles sides. Next, what about the circumradius? Circumradius of excentral triangle. Triangle I1, I2, I3. So here also we apply the sine rule. A by sine A equals to 2r. So suppose if you take the circumradius of the excentral triangle as r dash, 2r dash equals to side I1, I2 by sine of the opposite angle. I1, I2 opposite angle B by 2, C by 2. So sum is B plus C by 2. R already we know I1, I2, I3. I1, I2, I3. Angles are 90 minus A by 2, 90 minus B by 2, 90 minus C by 2. So we are applying sine rule. This side by sine of opposite angle. So sine of B plus C by 2 or sine of 90 minus A by 2. What is sine 90 minus A by 2? From this I1, I2 already we know. That is 4r cos C I1, I2. So 4r cos I1 by 2 we are taking. So 90 minus C by 2. So 4r cos C by 2 by sin 90 minus C by 2 is cos C by 2. Cos C by 2, cos C by 2 will cancel. So 4r, 2r dash equals to 4r, r dash equals to 2r. So circumradius of excentral triangle, triangle I1, I2, I3 is diameter of or circumradius, 2 times the circumradius or circumdiameter of triangle ABC. With respect to triangle ABC, I1, I2, I3 is the excentral triangle. So with that 2 times the circumradius of triangle ABC. Next, what is the area of the circumradius, excentral triangle? So we use half delta dash if we take ABC by 4r. A means sides. So sides 4r cos C by 2, 4r cos A by 2, 4r cos B by 2. To find the area of the triangle, we are using this formula ABC by 4r. For triangle ABC, for this we are applying the same for excentral triangle. So by 4 into circumradius. Circumradius is nothing but r dash, that is 2r. So 4r we can see. So 4r into 4r, 1, 2 we can see. 2r into r square. Cos A by 2, cos B by 2, cos C by 2. So this is the formula to find area of this excentral triangle. Otherwise, if you consider in terms of ABC also, you can write, you will get ABC by 2 into R. By writing R equals to 4R sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. R if you multiply with sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2, both numerator and denominator will get this one. In terms of ABC by 2R. This is also area of the triangle, excentral triangle. So first one is pedal triangle and this is second one is excentral triangle. Next we find some properties on regular polygon. Regular polygon already you know the definition. The sides as well as the angles are equal. If a regular polygon is a polygon which has equal sides as well as equal angles. And it means all sides are equal and all angles are equal. So now we find the properties. area, sides, and distances. How you find the sides? In regular polygon, circumcenter and end radius all are same. Let it be O, and this is side A, B, C, and so on. You know that sum of all internal angles is 2 pi. So each angle is 2 pi by n. And if you bisect, this is pi by n. And from center to vertex distance is circumradius r, and this is the side is in radius, and side if you take A, you will find some relation between A, R, and angles. So now this is D, because this is all are equal regular polygon. So this is midpoint also and altitude. So now we consider in triangle OAD. OAD. Angle is pi by n, so you consider cos pi by n. What is cos pi by n? Opposite adjacent side is r, and the hypotenuse is capital R. So from this r equals to r into cos pi by n. In radius in terms of circumradius. Similarly, in radius in terms of side. So to find this, you consider tan pi by n. Tan pi by n equals to opposite side a by 2 by adjacent side is r. So from this r equals to a by 2 into tan, if you take to this side, cot pi by n. So these are the two formulas in radius or in terms of side as well as in terms of circumradius. Similarly, to find a in terms of we'll get from this a equals to 2r tan pi by n. A equals to 2r tan pi by n, and a equals to, from this if you have considered sine, a equals to, we'll get a equals to 2r sine pi by n. You consider same in triangle OAD, you consider sine pi by n, we'll get this, a equals to 2r sine pi by n. Similarly, r in terms of a, r in terms of a is a by 2 cosecant pi by n. Same if you consider r value, we'll get this one, and from this capital R equals to r into cos, if you take to this side, secant pi by n. So these are the formulas to find the sides A and circumradius and in radius. You know, side and angle and number of sides you can find in radius like that. Next, what is the area of regular polygon? Regular polygon equals to total one side, total n parts will be, so n times area of triangle OAB. So n into half into base A, height r. So n into 1 by 2 into a into r also, if you write in terms of a, r equals to a by 2 cot pi by n. So area of triangle equals to n into a square by 4 cot pi by n. This is only in terms of side here. Similarly, if you consider in terms of radius, in radius, r square into tan pi by n. In terms of circumradius, r square by 2 into sine 2 pi by n you get. In terms of side, in terms of in radius, in terms of circumradius. Using this, we find the area of the regular polygon. So this is about regular polygon. Regular polygon means all sides as well as all angles are equal. Next, distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. Distance between orthocenter and the circumcenter. So to find the distance between orthocenter and circumcenter, consider triangle ABC. Orthocenter is the point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors. This is S. And Ortho circumcenter is point of intersection of all angular internal and perpendicular bisectors, and orthocenter is point of intersection of altitude. Altitude is considered O, orthocenter. This is also perpendicular. Now we have to find the distance from center, circumcenter S to O. So from this we consider perpendicular. And this is A. So to find the distance between orthocenter S and O, we have to find the SA. SA we know already. That is R. Circumcenter to vertex distance R. And orthocenter to vertex distance already we find OA. OA equals to 2R cos A. 2R cos A, 2R cos B, 2R cos B we find already. And SA is R. So if you know angle SAO, we can apply cosine rule to find the SO length. So what is the angle SAO? Angle SAO equals to total angle A. So total angle A minus this angle. This angle we know already. So what is this angle? 90 minus 3. So here this is 90. So if you consider this one, AFC triangle. So this is 90 minus 3. And this is also 90 minus. Otherwise, this is C. Angle ASF is angle at the center 2C, but half C. This is C. So remaining angle is 90 minus C. So this is angle 90 minus C. And this is also 90 minus C. So minus 90 minus C. So A plus minus C minus C plus C. 90 minus 90, 180. So A plus 2C minus A minus B minus C. So this is C minus B. Our angle is C minus B. Now we have to find OS or SO square. So by cosine rule, SO square equals to SA square plus OA square minus 2 into SA into OA into cos of the angle C minus B. So SA square is R square plus OA square is 2R cos A whole square. So 4R square cos square A minus 2 into SA R 2R cos A into cos C minus B or B minus C. So R square plus from this 4R square cos A common. One more cos A minus cos B minus C or C minus B, both are same. So it is equals to R square plus 4R square into cos A into cos A you can write minus cos B plus C. 180 minus B plus C is minus. So cos B minus C. So SO square equals to R square plus 4R square and minus if you take minus 4R square cos A. Cos B plus C plus cos B minus C is 2 cos B cos C. So R square common 1 minus 4 into 2 8 cos A cos B cos C. So SO square this one. So SO distance from circumcenter and orthocenter SO equals to R into root 1 minus 8 cos A cos B cos C. So this is the formula to find distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. This angle is 90 minus 6 by geometry negative. This one also angle because this is altitude we can write. So this is A. So this is 90 minus. Suppose in triangle ADC. ADC ACAD. This is height 90 and this is angle C. So remaining angle is 90 minus 3. Similarly, we will get this is C. Angle circumcenter is C. So this is 90. So remaining is 90 minus 3. So both are equal to 90 minus 3, 90 minus 3. So this is distance between orthocenter and circumcenter. Next we find the distance between incenter and circumcenter. So for this, consider triangle ABC. Then suppose this is circumcenter, and from this 90 degrees. So this is angle C. So 19 minus C. The circle, this is the angle A, center at angle A to A. So half A and A. By using the property, here this is angle C, opposite to C. This side also you will get C. So this is 90 minus C. Next we consider one angle by set I. I to F. I to E consider distance. And this is radius R. And angle is A by 2. Angular bisector means this is A by 2. Now we have to find the angle SAI. So what is the angle SAI? Same. If you know the angle SAI, you can apply sine rule, cosine rule. So full angle minus A minus left side 90 minus C, right side A by 2. So A minus A by 2 is A by 2. 90 means you can write minus minus C plus 90. 90 you can write A plus B plus C by 2. So by simplifying you will get A by 2 will cancel. 2C minus C minus B by 2. So and SAI is C minus B by 2. So same you can apply cosine rule. So SAI square equals to SA square plus AI square minus 2SA AI into cos of angle C minus B by 2. SA is nothing but R square. AI already we find R is A2I vertex R cosecant A by 2. R cosecant A by 2. We find already the distance from incenter to vertex R cosecant A by 2. But we have to write it here in terms of circumradius. So R you can write 4R sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2 into cosecant A by 2. So cosecant A by 2, sine A by 2 will cancel. So AI you can write in circumradius as 4R sine B by 2, sine C by 2 whole square minus 2R then 4R sine B by 2 sine C by 2 cos C minus B by 2. Same R square plus 4R square, 16R square. So here we get only 8R. So 8R square common. 1 sine B by 2, 1 sine C by 2 common. So here one more 2 sine B by 2, sine C by 2. Because this is 16R square sine square B by 2, sine square C by 2. Minus 8R square common, sine B by 2, sine C by 2 not common, cos B minus C by 2. B minus C by 2, C minus B by 2 same. So R square plus 8R square sine B by 2, sine C by 2, 2 sine B by 2, sine C by 2. Cos B minus C by 2 is cos B by 2, cos C by 2, minus plus actually, but minus sine B by 2, sine C by 2. So 2 times minus 1 time we can say. And if you take minus common, you will get SI square equals to R square plus 8R square sine B by 2 sine C by 2 into minus common what we have, one time we cancel sin b by 2 sin c by 2 minus cos b by 2 cos c by 2. So this is equals to r square plus 8r square into sin b by 2 sin c by 2. If you take minus common, this is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, so cos b plus c by 2, but minus. So r square plus 8r square into sin b by 2 sin c by 2, and this is minus, so minus 8r square sin b by 2 sin c. Cos b plus c by 2 is nothing but sin a by 2. So this is si square, and you can take r square common. So si equals to r into root of 1 minus 8 sin a by 2 sin b by 2 sin c by 2. This is one formula. R, if you multiply r inside r square minus 8r square, you write this one as 2r into remaining 4r sin a by 2 sin b by 2 sin c by 2. So 4r sin a by 2 sin b by 2 sin c by 2 is nothing but small r. So r square minus 2rr. So this is distance from circumcenter to ecenter. Similarly, if you apply the distance from circumcenter to excenters, you will get si1 equals to r into root 1 minus 8 sin a by 2. R1 you will get sin a by 2 cos b by 2 cos c by 2. Or you can write this one as r square minus 2 r1 into r. Similarly, si2 root r square minus 2 r2r. si3 root r square minus 2 r3. So these are the distance from circumcenter to excenter. So in this last concept is solution of triangles. Solution of triangles. So for any triangle, we have 6 measurements. Those are 3 sides A, B, C, and angles A, B, C. These are 6 measurements. Suppose any 3 measurements are given, any 3 except angles. If the 3 angles are given, we won't find the remaining 3 measurements. Sides we can't find, but in any other case, if any 3 are given, we can find the remaining 3 by using already we seen so many properties. Suppose first case, 3 angles are given, we can't find except angles 3. Any 3 combinations are given, we can find the remaining 3. Suppose 3 sides are given. Suppose 3 sides A, B, C are given. So we can find the remaining 3 angles by using the cosine rule. Cos A equals to b square plus c square minus a square by 2bc. Similarly, cos B, cos C, we can find angles ABC. Or you can use the half angle formulas. Delta tan A by 2 equals to root over s minus b into s minus c by s into s minus a. Or sin A by 2 or cos A by 2. By using that, you can find the angles ABC. Suppose 2 sides and included angle are given. Included angle between these two sides are given. Then suppose 2 sides AB and included angle is angle C. If they are given these 3 measurements, you can find the remaining 3. So suppose C square equals to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. By using this, we find the third side, or later we can find the angles cos A cos B by cosine rule. Cos A equals to B square plus C square minus A square by 2bc. Similarly, cos B equals to A square plus C square minus B square by 2ac. Like this, we find the remaining 3 measurements. So next, third one, this is ambiguous case. Suppose two sides and one of the angle opposite to these sides are given. Then what? How to find the remaining three? Suppose two sides A and B, and the angle opposite to one of the sides, say let it be B are given. Then how to find the remaining three, and in which cases the triangles exist, and this is the important case. So to find here we know angle B, so we apply that first sign rule for B. B square equals to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B. So we have to find the side C first. So C square minus 2A cos B into C plus A square minus B square equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation in terms of C. So what are the roots for C? C equals to B. B equals to A cos B. Ax square plus Ax plus C. So what are the roots? B minus B plus or minus root of B square 4A square cos square B minus 4C AC into A square minus B square by 2 into A. C square quotient is 1. So root 4 is 2, 2 will cancel. A cos B plus or minus root of A square cos B minus A square is minus or minus B square is plus B square. By taking minus common, A square 1 minus cos square B, 1 minus cos square B is sin square B. So these are the values of C. But all cases it won't exist. Always C value, two values won't exist. So sometimes triangle only not exist. For example, what are the cases we will see one by one. So what we have, C equals to A cos B plus or minus root over B square minus A square sin square B. These are the values of C. So in which cases C values exist. So first case, suppose the discriminant is greater than 0. B square minus A square sin square B greater than 0. So B greater than, first we will consider less than 0. So in that case, B less than A sin B. They have given A, B and angle B's are given. First we have to observe B less than A sin B. B and A sin B relation. So B less than A sin B. So in that case, a discriminant negative. Discriminant negative means no real root. So in that case, no triangles exist. Even if they have given A, B and angle B, and if you observe B less than A sin B, B less than A sin B, so in that case, discriminant is negative. So in that case, no value of C exists. So no such triangles exist. So for the given sides AB and angle B, if you observe B less than A sin B, then no such triangle exists. Next case 2, equal roots we will consider. B square equals to A square sin square B. B square equals to A square sin square B, or B equals to A sin B. If B equal to A sin B, then discriminant is 0, then the roots are equal. So A cos B. A cos B. Here also two cases one we will get. One is B is obtuse and B is acute. Suppose the given angle is obtuse or acute. So obtuse angle means cos B negative. Cos B negative means C value negative. C value means side negative. So no such a triangle exists. So what are the cases? If C equals to A cos B, B equals to A cos B, B equals to A sin B, and B is obtuse. In that case also no such triangle exists. If B is acute, cos B is positive. So in that case, C equals to A cos B, so that one triangle, one value of C exists. So one value of C exists means one triangle exists. So in this case, one triangle exists, and we can find by using C equals to A cos B, we will get C value. Next, last case, suppose the discriminant is greater than 0. Means B is greater than A sin B. B is greater than A sin B. Then C equals to A cos B plus or minus root over B square minus A square sin square B. Here also suppose we will get two cases. B is acute and B is acute. So in this again, if you consider, suppose B is acute angle. B is acute, then cos B is positive. Cos B is positive. So in that case, C equals to A cos B plus root B square minus A square sin square B exists. Because positive plus positive plus positive, positive. So C value on triangle exists. Next, to exist other side means other value of C. To exist other value of C. What is other value? A cos B minus root B square minus A square sin square B. It should be greater than 0. So what values, for what values it is greater than 0? A cos B is greater than root over B square minus A square sin square B. So first of all, cos B positive, A positive, so positive greater than positive positive. So by squaring on both sides, so A square cos square B is greater than B square minus A square sin square B. If you take A square sin square B to left side and by taking common sin square B plus cos square B, 1, so A square greater than B square, A greater than B. So if A is greater than B, in this case, second value also exists. Already one value exists for any value. B is acute. So for what we get? If B is greater than A sin B, A greater than B, and B is acute, then two triangles exist. Because the two values of C exist. But B greater than A sin B and B is acute. Suppose what we get lost? A greater than. Suppose A less than B. In that case, a negative value does not exist. So only in that case, C equals to A cos B plus root A square minus B square minus A square sin square B. Only one exists. So in this case, only one triangle exists. Because the minus value negative, less than 0 means C value negative means side negative not positive. So in this case also only one triangle. Next, the last one, B is obtuse. B is obtuse. C equals to A cos B minus root over B square minus A square sin square B is always negative. So this value does not exist. So to exist the other case, only one case, that is A cos B plus root B square minus A square sin square B. This should be greater than 0. If this is greater than 0, one triangle exists. If this is less than 0, no triangle exists. So in which cases it is greater than 0. So B square minus A square sin square B under root. If you take plus A cos B to this side, minus A greater than minus A cos B. But B is obtuse, so cos B is negative. So minus A cos B is positive, so we can take squaring on both sides. B square minus A square sin square B is greater than A square sin cos square B. So from this, B square is greater than A square. So this implies B is greater than A. So in that case, what is the discriminant greater than 0? B greater than A sin B. B greater than A sin B. And B greater than A. And angle B is obtuse. In this case, only one triangle exists. Because A cos B plus root B square minus A square sin square B greater than 0. but b greater than a sin b. Suppose b less than a and the angle is obtuse. So in this case, no triangle exists. So number of triangles is 0 in this case. So like this, we find the solution for the triangle.